When most of City Builder game takes players to construct sprawling metropolises in medieval Europe or futuristic dystopias, Aztecs: The Last Sun stands out as a bold, culturally rich alternative with its Aztec civilization. The game transports you to the heart of Mesoamerica during the waning days of the Aztec Empire. You assume the role of the Tlatoani, a divine leader akin to a god king, tasked with founding and expanding the legendary city-state of Tenochtitlan on the marshy islands of Lake Texcoco.
The story sets the stage in the early days of the Aztec Empire, where you must rebuild Tenochtitlan from humble beginnings into a monumental powerhouse. The story is framed around a supernatural antagonist, the moon goddess, who has cursed the followers of the sun god, plunging the world into encroaching darkness. This mythological conflict isn't mere window dressing, it's woven into every aspect of gameplay. During the day, you focus on expansion and prosperity. At night, the curse manifests as a creeping threat that can devastate your city unless you maintain a blood zone through sacrifices. This day-night cycle adds palpable tension and forces you to plan ahead and make tough choices under time pressure. The campaign is story-driven, with branching decisions that impact your city's fate. For instance, you'll encounter refugees fleeing the curse, and you can choose either integrate them as citizens, assign them to labor, or sacrifice them to appease the gods. These choices echo real Aztec history, where human sacrifice was a ritualistic cornerstone of society. Aztecs: The Last Sun offers more than 25 building types, each upgradable and tied into intricate production chains. You'll start by terraforming the lake, harvesting mud to reclaim land, digging canals for transportation, and constructing reservoirs to manage water. This allows for organic city growth that mirrors historical Aztec engineering. Farms produce maize and beans, markets facilitate trade, and academies train nobles and priests. But resources aren't infinite. You'll need to dispatch expeditions on a strategic overworld map to scout the Valley of Mexico, gather exotic goods like obsidian or feathers, and establish trade routes with neighboring city-states. Citizens are divided into castes, from captives, commoners, nobles, and priests, each with unique needs and roles. Captives are usually used for sacrifice. Commoners handle labor but require housing to avoid sickness and homelessness. Nobles demand luxury goods for loyalty. Priests oversee rituals, but can stir unrest if neglected. Food is tracked per meal, per citizen, adding a layer of micromanagement. Fail to balance these, and your city could spiral into famine, rebellion, or divine wrath.
The human sacrifice is an interesting aspect in this game. Sacrifices generate blood to power protective barriers against the moon goddess's nightly assaults. This mechanic had so much potential for just use as barrier. Instead of just making the blood barrier, maybe this sacrifice can be used to gain some blessing from the gods. There is also the tech tree that allows specialization in areas like warfare, religion, or economy, while expeditions blend risk-reward exploration with narrative encounters. The sound is the minus aspect in this game. The narrator and character voice are bad, and I don't know if it's a bug or not, but the music sound is very low and is hardly audible even at full volume.
The journey from Culhuacan wasn't easy.
The Aztecs had to flee their previous home.
In this early access phase, the campaign is just one mode you can play. Other game modes like scenario selection or sandbox mode are not yet available. Aztecs: The Last Sun is a blend of city building, survival, and mythology that gives some breath of fresh air into the genre with its Aztec setting. The game is still very basic, it lacks other game modes and other features, but because it's still in early access, we can expect the game to expand and grow in the future. It's an okay game for early access, and I will give a score to Aztecs: The Last Sun 7 out of 10. So that wraps up our review for Aztecs: The Last Sun. Don't forget to check our other indie game reviews and our top indie game list. Thank you for watching, guys, and see you in the next video.